I'd like to welcome everyone for joining us on our internet. We're going to post this. Unfortunately, with coronavirus and the pandemic, we cannot have other people here, but we're going to go ahead and present our Daisy Award for this quarter. I'm going to give you a little history about the Daisy Award. The Daisy Foundation was established in 1999 by members of the family of Patrick Barnes. He was 33 years old and died of complications of an autoimmune disease, ITP. Like many families we see every day who go through this kind of horrific loss, the Barnes family wanted to do something positive to honor the very special man Patrick was. So as they say over a very liquid dinner, right after Pat's death, they came up with the DAISY, an acronym for diseases attacking the immune system. As they continued to brainstorm what the Daisy Foundation would do, they kept coming back to the one positive thing they held on to during Pat's 8-week illness, the extraordinary care he received from Pat's nurses. The family was very impressed by the clinical care Pat's nurses provided, but what really overwhelmed them was the compassion and kindness that his nurses brought to Pat's bedside day in and day out. The nurses' sensitivity made a great difference in the Barnes experience, and they wanted to say thank you to nurses for the extraordinary care they provide patients and families every day. So Pat's family created the Daisy Award for Extraordinary Nurses. What started out as a thank you from their family to nurses has grown into a meaningful recognition program embraced by the healthcare organizations around the world. We are very proud to partner with Daisy as we have extraordinary nurses here at Harlingen Medical Center.
So the Daisy honoree for fourth quarter of 2019 is Betsy Martinez, who was nominated by patient Courtney Castro. Congratulations. Now I'm going to read Betsy what she says about you. She says, I would like to share my story about Betsy because during my stay, she was my daughter's baby's nurse for 3 days. From the first introduction, Betsy always came in with a smile on her face and was never rushed with my questions or concerns. She was always willing to find out answers for questions I had and went above and beyond with all my breastfeeding questions, which I knew I had many and sometimes repeated them. She checked upon us consistently and made sure my husband and I had everything we needed as well. She explained every test and procedure thoroughly and made sure my husband and I understood. Betsy was an amazing nurse to my daughter and made me feel more confident about breastfeeding because at times I was struggling. She made sure I had reading material as well. Betsy deserves so much credit. She's an amazing nurse.
So Betsy, we're going to present you with this Daisy Award, and it says the Daisy Award is for extraordinary nurses. This award is presented to Betsy Martinez in deep appreciation of all you do, who you are, and the incredibly meaningful difference you make in the lives of so many people. So that's one thing here. We're also going to present you with the Daisy pin, and I hope you wear that proudly, and as well as the statue. So this is a statue that is created for the Daisy Award. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about this. The story of the Healer's Touch sculpture. The beautiful sculpture is for you two. It is called the Healer's Touch. What a perfect representation of the bond between nurses and their patients. These sculptures are hand-carved by artists in Zimbabwe, and each piece is signed by one of the many artists that the Daisy Foundation supports. As you may know, the economy and politics of Zimbabwe have been in turmoil for decades, and the artists are able to support hundreds of people and their families with this work. Please take 5 minutes to go to the Daisy Foundation.org website. You'll find a video of 2 of the artists who have shown to be making this statue, and it's made out of serpentine stone. The Daisy Foundation feels that nurses are reaching around the world and impacting the lives of these very special artists, and the artists are filled with gratitude for the nurses for the work that they do. So I'm going to have Barbara come talk to you about the benefits.
Betsy, here's a gift bag, and inside this highlights some benefits that being a DAISY honoree is bringing you. Some of the benefits include an opportunity to renew a certification, reduce tuition from some of the universities and colleges that support the DAISY Foundation, and apply for a Cherokee Nursing Conference Scholarship to help fund your attendance at a nursing conference and support your career advancement. Honorees are also eligible for the Institute Healthcare Improvement Safety Foundation through the DAISY website, and there's a whole list of additional benefits to you inside this bag. And lastly, there's some cinnamon rolls underneath this fancy table we have here. There's several reasons why the DAISY Foundation asked that cinnamon rolls be served at a DAISY celebration. First, when Pat was ill, he had lost his appetite. One morning, he asked for a bite of cinnamon roll that his dad had brought for his own breakfast and ended up eating the whole thing. His dad, Mark, had mixed emotions about this, but was glad Pat was finally eating. That night, as the family was leaving, Pat asked that they bring him a cinnamon roll the next day, and to be sure to bring enough for all the nurses on the unit. Those cinnamon rolls were Pat's thank you to his nurses, and the foundation wants to thank all nurses to share in his favorite treat as a gift of gratitude to all of you today. The second reason is that nursing is a real team sport. We have never seen better teamwork than what is among all of you. So the cinnamon rolls are to celebrate your team and give you all an opportunity to stop by for a few minutes and share something special together. 6 foot distance.
Sort of.
Finally, almost without exception, when a nurse receives the DAISY Award, the humble response often is, I didn't do anything special, I was just doing my job. What the DAISY nurse may not realize, however, is that when nurses are just doing their job, they have such an important and meaningful impact on the lives of so many people, many more than their patients. So that's why DAISY asks that cinnamon rolls be shared at every presentation. Their message is this: whenever you are just doing your job and not doing anything special, quote unquote, you are making a difference in a patient's and their family's life. You are making the world a better place because you are a nurse. We in the DAISY Foundation salute and honor you. Please enjoy these cinnamon rolls as Pat's gift and everlasting thank you for being a nurse. You are truly very, very special. So we have one last thing.
And Betsy, I just want to make a quick comment, because I do also want to share with you that Mrs. Castro and Mr. Castro couldn't be here, obviously. He is a ICE agent, and so he's in Abilene. Mrs. Castro is a nurse herself. And he was telling me, when I spoke to him yesterday, that he remembers the experience that he had, him and his wife, when they were here. So they send congratulations to you, and they remember that being a nurse herself, she understands the demands, the high demands of nursing, and you just went above and beyond for them. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
For Betsy.
I'm really happy with just a wow.
This way. Okay, go ahead.
So this is we're gonna figure out a place to hang this. In this department, it'll be up for the entire quarter. So anybody that comes in can see that you have been honored, and your face will go up on the International DAISY Award site, and marketing will figure out a way to get it up on the marquee out in front of the hospital. So you are a celebrity.
And our internet and
Everywhere.
Facebook.
This is wonderful. I mean, thank you so much. I mean, like y'all said, we're just doing our job, but you know, this is nice. Thank you so much.
And you're lucky I didn't call you Sonia.
Yes,
That's a private joke.
Congratulations. Betsy. We're very proud of you.
Congratulations.